Hey everybody, I'm Madison DeClerc, co-founder of Body Vibes Smart Stickers. And as much as my partner Leslie and I would love to take all the credit for this truly amazing product, we are only responsible for half the story. Richard, the technology behind Body Vibes is truly your baby.
And hi, Madison. Yes, it is.
Richard, what inspired you to develop bioenergy synthesis technology?
Several years ago, I met some mind blowing engineers that were into actually developing weapons with using sonic as their base. So it's actually utilizing a silent sound to literally disarm somebody or make them sick. And I thought, wow, this is really kind of interesting, and what and why you could use it. But it got too political, and so therefore I never really wanted to enter into that scenario. But what was interesting is that for every yin, there's a yang, and I started to realize, and I went back to them and asked them the question, is it possible to actually make the body's ability to heal faster utilizing this kind of frequency, but the opposite of it? And of course their answer to that was, sure, we can do that. Nobody's ever asked this before. From that, it kind of took about 6 or 7 years of just basically finding the right kind of material, the right kind of engineering process that you might want to say. We had to develop our own custom machine. It's actually called an accelerator frequency generator. It was built by 3 different engineers and myself. We actually had to find a material that was receptive to that kind of energy. And I was in a different marketplace, actually. I was doing many, many different things before I actually got into this kind of business. But I found substrate material that was actually made for the inner liner of a spacesuit, which was out of the aerospace industry. So we used that material to kind of like develop a mobile patch. And that is what was the so-called beginning cycle of developing a bioenergy patch for the body.
So, Richard, the $1,000,000 question that everyone wants to know and is constantly asking us is, how can this little sticker actually affect positive change in the body?
Our body is more receptive to being prompt. And if you want to look at it from my point of view, we're actually using a mimicking source. We're actually using something that mimics the body, or the reception of science going into your body is not chemical, it's actually energy. But one of the things that we're very, very proud of is that energy, unlike chemistry, works primarily through the millions of different cells that we have that are kind of like synapses. They're all receptors, they're receivers. So when you put on something that's different to your skin, you're actually getting the characteristic of that frequency, which actually is going to make you feel better. There's other ones that obviously are different. They're a different line of frequency. But primarily, they're all doing about the same thing. They're prompting the body to react to them. And unlike I said, unlike the chemical side, if you took a pill to get rid of something, the downside with doing that is you're actually getting the residual of the pill processed through your kidney and your liver. When in fact, when you're putting on energy, there's no downside.
So, why don't they need a microchip or metal or a battery to conduct electricity?
The interesting part about the human body is that we're flesh and blood, and yet at the same time we have an electrical side to us, an electrical side that is actually made of different frequencies. So if you were to look at our body and channel each of those different frequencies, you would see that the hand or the ankle or the part of the arm or whatever is at different hertz. So when those hertz have the ability to change or alter, it's because the body is not in harmony with itself. So what we have found is that by literally taking the material and charging the material to a certain specification of frequencies, the body is receptive to those.
Richard, where do the frequencies actually come from, and how are they digitally transferred to the material?
You know, there is a list of frequencies that we get out of we have a library of frequencies, which are actually public domain, believe it or not. That is, the public can actually go and find frequencies that are compatible for healing. So we're not doing anything anybody else would do, but what we're using is a mobile device.
So lastly, we are very excited about this new antioxidant frequency that you've been working on. Can you tell us a little bit about it and what exactly it does for the body?
This product is going to be one of the most exciting products I think we've ever made, and it's primarily focusing in on the body's ability to go after free radicals. Now, free radicals, believe it or not, are being produced in our body along with an antioxidant that kind of like stop the free radicals from doing its damage. And by prompting the body to release more of antioxidant in their molecules primarily, and what they really are doing is they're actually going after the free radicals that we take in every day of our life. So what we've found is that we've made a patch that actually has the frequencies, believe it or not, of a lot of different antioxidant foods. And so we've looked at it from our perspective, knowing the fact that most people, when they get 60 or 65, they're looking to change their life. And a lot of people will start saying, start eating more antioxidants, eating more stuff. Well, all of a sudden you start to realize that a lot of people have got diabetic problems. So fructose is not the wisest thing to keep putting into your body, because it just raises the blood levels. What we're doing is we're actually given the frequency of all of these different characteristics of all the right kinds of food that you would eat to strengthen the ability to produce more antioxidants. We're doing it primarily by prompting the body's ability to do this with energy.
Thank you so much, Richard, for sitting down with me today and answering all our questions. And there you have it, guys, right from the engineer's mouth. For more information, visit shopbodyvibes.com.